How's it going, guys? Welcome to the FM Dugout for episode 9 of the Hexagon Challenge here with Ajman Club in the United Arab Emirates. So I was probably hoping to do the next live com sort of further into the season. So as you can see from the league table here, we're actually only halfway through. But it turns out that the Emirates Cup final takes place at this point and we have actually qualified for it. But first of all, let's just run through some of the things that have happened with the team before we get to today's game. So we are now 2 points clear of Al-Nasr, who is actually our opponents today in the Cup. You can see our goal difference is 25 in 13 games, so not too bad at all. We have actually lost a game now. We lost 4-2 to Al-Wazal, but we'll go through those fixtures in a second. Some news on the contract front. Most of our players have agreed new contracts, but I am struggling to get Michael to talk to us. If I show you at the moment, it's just a case of our squad isn't strong enough to play at a level matching his own ambitions, which is fair enough. I mean, he's been exceptional. 19 goals and 17 starts, 3 sub appearances. He has been a fantastic player for us. It's a shame, really, that I just can't get him to consider staying on longer because, you know, at 23 years old, he could have a great career here. Not that I'm going to stay around for his full career, hopefully. Hopefully we can get some success in the Asian Champions League whenever that chance comes along. So what I've actually done is I've had a couple of agent offers, which is how I got Michael in the first place, and I'm looking at these two boys here. So I've got Batista and Norberto Lara. Now Batista is a 21-year-old Brazilian striker. Looks like he has false 9 as his favoured role. Not ideal. His skills aren't fantastic. You know, his mental and physicals are pretty decent, but from a technical point of view, they're not particularly good. That's not the Grêmio, is it? I don't really know the Brazilian league that well. So it looks like he's been at Corinthians then Grêmio, and he's only had 6 goals when he then moved on there in 18 games. So not really managed to get his career started. So I'm not too sure about going for him. Norberto Lara, on the other hand, I think looks as though he can play in more roles. Certainly advanced forward and poacher are the ones that I'm more interested in than target man, but he looks like a better player. Good dribbling, finishing, off the balls, excellent passing technique, still quite pacey, he's strong, he's good in the air. So I think Norberto Lara is the player I'll be going for. The only thing here, I'll call it out as well, he has actually played a large number of games in his career so far and he scored a decent number of goals. 54.99 is pretty good. If I try to sign him just now, we're in a transfer window at the moment, which will mean I will go to 5 foreign players. I don't even think I'll be allowed to sign him, to be honest. I certainly wouldn't be able to register him. So my plan is to let the transfer window expire, then make an offer to sign him. He's looking for very reasonable wages. If I could get Michael to agree before that point, fine. If not, then he's going to be leaving in 5 months for nothing. There's no point in trying to sell him. He's only valued at 55k and he's such an important player to us this season, and we really need to push on because in the Pro League the rules have now changed in terms of qualification. There was a news story about a week ago that said the top team will get in straight through, second and third will get through to the playoffs. I don't know if that's been changed in the rules here yet for continental qualification. Yes, 1 team qualifies for the group stage, 2 qualify for the second preliminary round, depending on the winners of the President's Cup. So I think the President's Cup gets qualification into the Champions League unless the team who, or both teams in the final, have qualified through the group, in which case the third place team in the league will get it, I think. That's usually how these things work. So anyway, Yeah, that's a bit of news. The president election took place and the same president stayed in charge, so it looks as though from that point of view things will be staying a bit more steady. Financially, we're back in the red again. We just cannot make any money in this league. As I say, I don't know whether it's to do with the update itself, that the financial model's not quite right. The fact I won a league last year and didn't get any prize money for it is a bit bizarre. So we're going as well as we can. We just got to keep going, and hopefully we can keep a squad together long enough to stand a chance in the Asian Champions League. What else do we have? Right, okay, so we'll run through the fixtures. I'll try and keep this episode nice and short today. The last game we had, where was it? It was Al-Shabaab, wasn't it? The 5-0. So immediately after that fantastic result, we played Al-Wazal and lost 4-2. Now, on paper, it looks as though it was a fairly even match. They just took their chances better than we did. We just did not play particularly well that day. Kyle scoring a hat-trick. No surprise there that he's one of their foreign players. It's usually the case in this league. The foreign players are the ones that do the damage, either for you or against you. But we bounced back with a 6-1 win against Al Jazeera. Michael scoring 4 goals, underlining his importance in the team for us. Will Miller and Hassan also getting a goal. Cinnamon was sent off for his second yellow card with 13 minutes to go, but it didn't really have any impact on the game. Stat-wise, we were in control of the game apart from the possession. I am thinking about cutting back on the opposition tactics, the hard tackling, just because of the number of fouls we're giving away. I don't think this group of players are particularly good at their tackling, so I mean, it's working for us at the moment. We're not getting too many red cards, so I think I can cope with it. We then had this game against Al Wada, where I actually had to play, I think, did I have to do that in the last game? Yeah, I think I had to do it actually against Al Jazeera. No, I didn't, right. Okay, so Cinnamon was sent off in that game, and Ahmed Ali was injured, and still is injured, with a double hernia. So I actually had to change the formation. And what I went to in this game, I don't think I can see it. Can I see it? Yes, I can. That's what I had to go to. Just because I had no fullbacks at all. And it actually worked really well for us in this game. You can see the number of chances we created was still pretty decent. Where are we? Ajman ratings. Gone blind. Where the hell is it? Oh, whatever. You don't need to see it now. So yeah, we created a large number of chances. We kept more possession than them. Got a goal from midfield and an own goal, and 2-0 up, 15 minutes to go, and we concede. So it was an important 3 points. We needed it. Then we had double headers against Banias, so we played them in the league first. Of course, they were the former champions from last year, managed by Diego Maradona. And we put them to the sword in this game. A good performance. Again, possession-wise, lower than the other team, but we did what we needed. We scored the goals. Al Kamali scored 3, Mubarak with 1. So there's our 2 wingers again. And Mubarak set up all of Al Kamali's goals, and Al Kamali set up Mubarak. So really the wingers winning us the game there. We then played Banias in the Emirates Cup semi-final. Now, the reason why I wasn't doing a live comm in this game was this is like a League Cup. It's not really that important. But, you know, the fact it's a final today, I'm going to do it. If I got put out of there, I wouldn't have been too bothered. But it went to penalties. So I think, you know, it was pretty even. We weren't very good in front of goal. Went down to an early goal, pulled back, lost the goal before half time, and we really had to fight back to get into the game. And I wasn't aware it was going to go straight to penalties, so I didn't bring on like Yusuf Ahmed. Yeah, I really need to change this. Where's Ashman's stats? Here we go. So yeah, I didn't bring on the likes of Yusuf Ahmed or anyone else who might have been good at taking penalties. And it seemed as though no one was going to miss. Then finally, Ibrahim for them played a rather weak penalty. Khalef made the save. Then Khalef stood up himself and smashed it home to put us through into today's final. So Quite an interesting game. Then we had Sharjah just gone in the league. This game, you can see we absolutely bossed it in terms of the stats. We've left it very, very late. A goal in the 88th minute from Hassan completing his double. It was a bit disappointing that we couldn't do a bit better. They were very clinical, 3 shots on target, and they scored with 2. And again, surprise, surprise, it's from a foreign player. So this is why I'm kind of keen to either get Michael on a contract or get someone in as soon as I can for next season, because it seems to be the kind of key area of the team is having what looks like a Brazilian striker, although mine would be Mexican if I sign him. That seems to be the key thing to do in this league, is to get a striker who can score lots of goals, and that generally isn't an Emirati striker. So anyway, that completes the roundup. Just looking at the fixtures here, I will be doing games later on here. Might do Al-Nasr to get a sort of revenge game, or Al-Shabaab. It's going to be around this point. It just depends how the league's going at the moment. As I say, we've lost 1 and we've drawn 3 now, and we're 2 points clear with 13 games to go. So there's still another 39 points. There's a long way to go. So we'll just see how it goes. Anyway, let's get on to today's match and have a look at how we're lining up. So our new signing, Mubarak Al-Mansuri, not particularly amazing, but he's good enough at the moment until we can find a longer term solution in the summer. Right, so we've got Fakir suspended. Hassan, is probably our best performing defender. Other than that, unfortunately we've got Ahmed Hassan missing from today's game, so it looks as though we will be swapping round Abdullah Ahmed to get Ali Ismail Ibrahim in his preferred position. We'll put Jama on the bench. Very useful having him on to be able to play defensive. That game against Sharjah, I had to pull back Miller into that defensive midfield role and then sub him because we were just getting overrun by their attacking central midfielder. Let's just have a look. Yeah, Yusuf Ahmed shouldn't be starting today. So I actually played a weak inside against Sharjah, which is maybe why we struggled a little bit. We'll get Ali Khamis on, playing as an inside forward. And right, what we got on the bench? We've got left, right, central mid or defensive striker, central defender, right back. Okay, I think we're good to go. It's worth noting I can't play Norberto Lara or Batista. They need to be registered, so they can't just be registered and play. They're not eligible to play in this competition while they're on trial. But as I say, this is what you do when you've got attribute masking on. You need to get guys in to have a look, because I couldn't see anything about Norberto Lara. I just took a chance because he's 21 and thought, well, okay, he's a striker, let's see what he is. And I think he's good enough to take a punt on. It just depends. If I get any other offers from agents, I'll maybe take a look at the players and see whether or not they're any good. But let's go. Let's see if we can win our first trophy of the season. Fill up that trophy cabinet a little bit. I'm really gutted about Hassan being missing. So I think is this the second time or the third time we've played Al-Nasr in a live comp? They always favour this formation, which means they are going to have most of the possession and we are going to struggle to probably get really good clear-cut chances. Okay, looks as though people are motivated from that. This is a good team talk, and we'll just select him on his own. Alright boys, let's get this game underway. Oh, that's another thing. I've been speeding up my match highlights to try and get through the games a little bit quicker. Now obviously that I've started the Restoration Project series with Rangers, I'll probably struggle to get the time to keep both of them moving on, so any little savings I can make in the game I will do, but it's a little bit difficult to watch it. Here I'll speed up a little bit, it's a little bit slow. So an early chance for Al-Nasr. got to be careful here not to lose an early goal, and we have done just that. That's a poor start. I think Ahmed Ibrahim, whichever way it's said, lost his man. Khalif not very commanding coming out. So it's not the start we were looking for, and I think I'll just give them a little team talk, tell them to push forward, try and get us a goal, get us back into this game early. We really don't want to go in at half time 1-0 down or worse. If we can come back in at 1-1, that would be much better. So, not a lot happening in this game, and this is what I was expecting. With that formation, they are just really stomping us out of the match. Do you know what? I'm going to go overload, because I think we really need to start throwing bodies. It maybe leaves us open a little bit for counter-attack, but I want to get back into this game before half-time. So, is this going to be a chance for Al-Nasr? Can we head it away? Hassan gives it away. Al-Hamadi on the ball to Al-Mazam. We need to try and win this back. I mean, we should be closing them down. We should be hard tackling. Al-Shibani with a chance, but it's blocked. And we're just clearing their lines. We're not really picking out a pass, which is disappointing. It means we just have that pressure on us continuously. Now they're opening us up, and they'll get a cross in. Al-Shibani for a second of the game, perhaps. But now we can break. Now we've got some space, and Ibrahim's just lost the ball. He can't control it. So a free kick now for Al-Nasr, and they score. Al-Shibani with the second of the game. This is not going well for us at all. Pretty poor all round in the team, and we're really going to have to try and shake this up. In terms of the formation, I've kind of put all my eggs into one basket this year. It is pretty much geared up for the formation we're playing today, and I do believe it can get us back into the game. We just need to get the mental side right, and getting behind them. So here's a chance for Ahmed, plays it wide. Al-Mansuri crosses to the back post. Al-Kamali finishes, but he's offside. That would have been ideal if we could have got that, but we haven't. So aggressively tell them that they're crap, and this is where I would want to take both of these guys off. I mean, Ahmed Ibrahim is our strongest defender. He's looking uninterested, and he's now demotivated. So do you know what? I'm going to take that gamble, and I'm going to take him off, because he's been shocking. Ali Khamis is the captain, and he is just not showing anything today. I need him to get fired up, and now he looks stressed. So I've kind of shot myself in the foot there. In terms of our instructions, just have a look and see what we can do. Shooting on sight might be something we can look at. Actually, hold on. Short passing. Long ball doesn't seem to be working for us. Miller with a header out of nowhere, and he's offside. Disappointing to be offside in a free kick. Right, we really need to get these guys to get into gear, push forward. We're on overload. We have to get a goal. I may have to look at changing the formation. Ali Khamis is having an absolute howler of a game. He's been in excellent form, but 6.2 today is not good enough, and yeah, I would look to bring him off probably, but he is just such a strong player for us. Stand-in captain today. And here's another chance for Al-Nasr, but we're breaking away. Al-Kamali, what can he do? Finds Miller, whips it in from deep, and Michael's there. 2-1, we've got a lifeline. 30 minutes to go. We need to get another goal fairly soon. And we've got another chance here. Ibrahim, back to Ahmed, dinks into the back post. Kamali somehow keeps it in, hits the post. He could have squared it for Michael there. It was on a plate. And now Al-Nasr with another chance. Can we win it and send it up the park? We do, but it looks as oh, Michael comes deep and gets it. Oh, that's surely a red card. This could be our way back into the match here, guys. You can see we've been very, very wasteful today in front of goal, so hopefully losing a man, well, they're just losing the striker. They haven't changed the defensive side of the formation, so we'll see. It might not have any impact on us. Kame's missing the challenge. He might have got sent off there himself if he'd missed that. And it's actually Al-Nasr who are coming forward. Nilmar wide, and now Al-Kamali gets sent off. That is... why? Why would you do that? That's just insane. I mean, it wasn't even very close to the guy. Okay, so formation change is going to happen now. It has to. So let's just see what we've got available to us. I think going wide now is no longer going to be our preferred option. They do have width, so I want to keep my fullbacks there. Possibly just need to get more men in the middle of the park. Will Miller has the ability to change things for us, but he's just not been playing particularly well. Likewise with Ali Khamis. The good thing is at least they've got 10 men, so it's not as though we're at a disadvantage. We've just lost any advantage we could have had. Advanced playmaker for Will here and support, and we'll need to change our team instructions to play fairly narrow and to take away, exploit the flank. In fact, I'm kind of thinking we should look to pump the ball up into the box, maybe go a bit more direct now and see whether or not we can get in over the top of them perhaps. But yeah, that unbelievable from Al-Kamali there, really disappointing. We had a chance to get ourselves back into this. And I think the clock may well just run down now. 5 minutes to go. Okay, it's now time just to go for it and stick Will Miller up there. Ibrahim, I don't think you can play there. Al-Mansuri, not particularly good. Let's stick Cinnamon up there, shall we? Let's get Booty Saif on for Al-Mansuri and stick him up there as well. So, chances of us losing a goal here, probably quite high. But we've got to try. We're losing 2-1. We've got a few minutes on the clock. Let's tell them to push forward one last time and see whether anything comes of it. We do actually have a chance here. No, we don't. We've just given it away. What is the point in that? Al-Nasr looking to run down the clock. Abdullah Ahmed, what can he do with it? He's got to look up and find the pass. Looking for Miller out wide. It'll be another throw in. Will we get it? Will we get a chance from here? Cinnamon back to Miller. Crosses it in from deep. Headed clear. I don't think we're going to get a goal here. They've just got too many men. Hush my mouth. Miller at the back post there. My goodness. I might be in trouble if we're going to extra time here. I'm hoping it'll go to penalties like the semi-final did as well. I'm just going to stick with that formation. Yes, penalties. Wow. What can I say about that? Okay, so I don't usually pick penalty takers, but this game is fairly important for us. Well, Miller, I should put Khalef in. He's so composed, one penalty taking. He did very well in the last game. I'm just going to pick the 5 and then let anyone else who wants to step forward take it. Can't believe the semi-final went to this as well, and now the final. But really we got out of jail with that late goal, so I'm just thankful for the chance to potentially win the cup. Right, so it's Ibrahim first. Can we get on with it? Speed up. Oh, you know, I've played Football Manager for so many years now and penalties still give me the chills. Ibrahim slots it down the middle. Good start. I don't know why we've got these ticks here. What's going on? Is this telling me what's going to happen? So we're going to lose because we missed the 5th penalty. Is that what's going to happen? Sorry guys, I'm being thrown off a bit by that. It's a bit bizarre. I don't suppose you could tell me my lottery numbers for this week. Nilmar puts it in. So it certainly looks as though it's following that trait. I think that might be a bug, and it looks as though we're going to lose this cup. Yep, Michael scores. So I'd expect Mahmoud Khamis to score here. He does. I've never seen that before, and we are live. It's not as though I've managed to somehow get ahead. Abdullah Ahmed now should score. No, he misses, so that is wrong. Right. But it looks like we're still going to lose anyway. Now it's Adel Ahmed. Can Khalif save us? No. So Will Miller, I think, will step up, and he has to score here. And he doesn't. So boys, lost in penalties. Tough way to take that. I guess we'll just have to say that we're unlucky. We should have done a lot better in that game. Pretty disappointing not to win it. But as I say, Emirates Cup doesn't get us continental qualification, and we weren't really the favourites for it, I don't think. Al Kamali is going to get fined this time, because that was just ridiculous. Miller on form, so the squad still got a bonus. We can't afford. Okay, so well, we didn't win our first silverware. It's not the main goal this year. The league is, so we'll see how we get on in the remaining games, and I'll be back for another episode in the league, and then possibly in the President's Cup later on. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you enjoyed the weird penalty shootout bug thing, but I don't know what was going on there. If you did, leave a like and a comment. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, and until the next time, I'll see you when I see you.